It is Friday, and that means my favorite way, and hopefully your favorite way, to get to know your Atlas recruiter, the often imitated, never duplicated Atlas MedStaff 5-Question Friday. With me this week, senior Atlas recruiter, who's been with us for more years than I can count, and I'm going to reference that later in the questions, Erin Vaccaro. Erin, I have missed you. It's so good to see you again.
Yes, thank you. It's good to see you too. I'm glad we can do this remote. I don't actually have to come into the office.
Now, I miss you coming into the office.
I know.
You and Crystal could come in anytime you want.
I will.
I know you come back to Omaha often. And in fact, so I am in Colorado right now. You are in Colorado as well?
That's correct. We are in Denver right now.
I wore my best Colorado shirt for you today. This reminds me of my dog Solly, who passed away a couple of years ago. So yeah. I thought,
dogs and mountains and bandanas, that's pretty Colorado.
That's Colorado right there, right?
That's right. I got veil on.
There you go. Question number 1. Tell me who Erin Vaccaro is.
I am kind of you don't really think about that very often, right? Like, who am I?
Right. This is by far the hardest question, I think.
I mean, I'm somebody that, loves a great work-life balance, which is something that, you and Steve have given me over the years, which I'm very grateful for. I love to get out and be active and, find new places to go that great. I'm a big foodie, cocktail person. So, I love a good recommendation from anybody that of the new places that I'm going to go see, that's something that I'm always interested in doing. So
we'll get to the new places here in a second. But here's the thing. I think as I talk about our recruiters, and I talk about you guys often, you are a traveler's recruiter, and I think let's get into that a little bit. Yeah. Not only have you done this with us since July of 2015, and I'll keep this timeless, so that's 9 years plus. Well, 9 years as of this month now with us.
Correct.
You've done it longer. What has changed? Like, how has the industry changed? How have you had to adapt?
I mean, I think just like the interactions with people, and I think you could say this for anybody's communication, right? And finding more important ways to connect to people, and finding out their why, and really building that rapport and understanding. And then me being able to be remote. Me and my wife Crystal do travel around in the winter time, and she also works remote in her job, and so for us to be able to connect with travelers in that sense too, where I'm getting to go experience new places while I'm doing, while I'm working is pretty fantastic way to connect. And I would just say the other side of that is just the communication piece and texting, and people, that's the biggest way to have to adapt as well.
Well, I'm sure back in the beginning, like I was in the beginning, faxing profiles and right. I mean, it's changed so much.
Yeah. Well, and even I mean, I was around when the first company I worked for implemented text messaging, but you could only do it on the computer.
And now everything happens right here. Everything.
Right. Everything does.
It's all right there. It's
kind of like, hey, let's set up a call. Let's do that, instead of like really trying to get somebody on the fly with a phone call. That's what has flipped, and it's been more difficult in that sense.
You referenced something there, and that's question number 3. So question number 3, you and Crystal travel a lot, and I am very jealous of the places that you've gone and the things you've seen and the cocktail hours you've went to and of all of those things, the food and everything. So in all those places, as a traveler's recruiter, right, as you're living their lifestyle almost like they are, what's the most interesting place you've ever been that you think a traveler would be awesome here?
I would say you're talking about the United States, right? Or because the most interesting place I would say is our trip to Italy was the most interesting place I've been. But so I guess if we could do international traveling, that would be what I would say. But and I guess I'm kind of going off of, if I were an actual travel nurse, where would I want to be And I would say, kind of like right outside the Bay Area. You're close to the northern areas of California where you can easily get to mountains, you can easily get to wine country, but then you can have city life close to, so like that kind of encompasses everything that you might want to experience on, hey, I'm here for 3 months, or I'm going to be here for, I'm going to extend to, and, really be able to have that whole kind of traveler experience. So like, Santa Rosa.
I really thought you were going to go the opposite coast. I really thought you were going to go like
Really?
the Carolinas, which is still an awesome place. I mean, the Bay Area is a fantastic answer.
Yeah, I mean, we have a house in Savannah, so I kind of thought that too, because there's obviously, in that sense, there's a lot of rich history, and then you're still close to the coast and, a lot of nature type, areas to experience too. So it's hard because the United States is so big and there's so many places to explore that there's a lot of places that I don't think you can go wrong.
You live in one right now, right? I'm in one right now. If you Denver area or 3 hours within Denver is anywhere you go. Vail, Estes Park, Breckenridge. You could go north into Wyoming, and Cheyenne is an amazing place. There's no wrong answer here, I don't think.
Well, and that kind of too, maybe I can tailor based off of my suggestion, based off of what somebody wants out of traveling. What do you want out of the experience? And if it's more city, type stuff, my answer would probably be different. So. And
that's why you've done this for so long.
It's kind of crazy. Since 2008, right. I'm like, what?
Wow. Question number 4. Who or what inspires you?
I don't really think I have an individual, but, I think just really being genuine with the relationships with people that you have in your life or my travelers. And that's the most important thing of life, I think, is connection with people, and whether that be in your work life or, your personal life. And, so when you can feel that reciprocation with somebody, I think that's pretty inspiring.
Yeah. Again, you are the traveler's recruiter. Like that's a perfect answer for who you are and how you live. I love it. That's great.
Thank you.
Question number 5. You've been to a lot of places, and I couldn't find your original 5-question Friday, so I don't know what the answer to this is. But if you could go anywhere in the world, where would you go?
I'm pretty sure I said Italy, because that has been on my bucket list forever, and I remember making that video. But it's obviously on the Facebook page somewhere, dug down deep in there. But I would want to go explore more of the country. We were in the Amalfi Coast and visited, the islands of Ischia and Capri, and I mean, it's absolutely beautiful. But I wish the time zones were easier to where we could go over there and work. But it's kind of impossible for it to be, 4 p.m. over there and people are just starting the workday over here,
Technically, you'd work a night shift, so it could kind of translate, maybe.
Yeah, possibly. I just think it would be, I don't know. I've always said this too, that I just don't think I could be a night shift nurse either. Like, so when people are like, I could only work nights, like, I don't know if my body would jive with that. So
I'll be honest, I've never understood it either. And you're right, there are some that swear by it. That absolutely swear by it, and I don't know, I couldn't.
I might give it a shot though, maybe next year.
Well, there you go. I mean, that's something to shoot for then. So
yeah.
Erin, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Like I said, I miss you in the office. I miss having you around or whatever. I love it when we have a chance to talk. So
yeah, absolutely.
Give me just a quick pitch right at the end here. If this sounds like a recruiter that's for you, how can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook, Erin Vaccaro. Obviously, I'm on Instagram as well. I think it's at Erin Maureen. I mean, the quickest way to get in touch with me is just to shoot me a text message.
All right. Erin,
awesome.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
It was good to talk to you again. I hope to see you in Omaha sometime soon.
Yes. Maybe this fall. We might do a trip.
All right. Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye.
We'll see you next time.